Okay, daily current travel status. Agents, you got to stay informed. You really, really got to. You got to monitor what's happening, trusted news sources, TV, radio, in regards to air transportation, roads, weather. Check the destinations, weather, check the roads, the highways, travel alerts, CDC alerts. CDC alerts, I've been noticing in the news here in Los Angeles, numbers have been going up. So, tell your clients, don't throw away those face masks and those hand sanitizers yet, because, who knows what, is going to happen in 2024, but you should be prepared for everything. But that's up to you. There's a reason why I show you the weather. So you know how that's going to impact your client's air. And now how it's going to impact your client's driving from, they're going to go 300, 400, 500, 600 miles somewhere. So make sure that you're on top of that. Let's go to the next slide. Okay, holiday road trips, popular places, USA 2023-2024. Here they are. They're always the same. Orlando is coming in at number 1. Coming in at number 2, Las Vegas for New Year's is packed, just like New York is. Coastal beaches on both coasts. Last week we had, almost 80-degree weather here in Southern California. So again, in Florida and Southern California, those are the best places to go to. Los Angeles, Anaheim, San Francisco Bay Area, national parks, Washington, D.C., and state capitals. So again, these are the most popular places. Now, you have to be aware of this. If you've got, Uncle Charlie and Aunt Mary going somewhere from, like, let's say Phoenix to, let's say they're going up to Seattle to visit, and they go through Reno and Nevada and, hey, you know what? While you're there, you should stop here. Never been there. Or stop in Reno, or stop in Lake Tahoe, or stop in Portland, or stop in, see, a couple of nights there, you start booking it in, then you start doing the things to do. Hey, that's a nice little commission. And that's how you keep it busy and you're going with it. Let's go to the next slide. Okay, go the extra mile. And the way you would do that is more commission by booking additional events for more commissions, transfers, city tours. I was just talking about that. Wine and food tours, museums, amusement parks, zip line, ATV, jet skis, use things to do. And you can book those at Viator, Room Res, show concert tickets, is golden tickets, sports tickets. A lot of people go on, this is towards the final end of the NFL season, and a lot of people book a lot of NFL and a lot of NBA. As you guys know, the NBA is huge on Christmas Day. That's the main staples of watching, sports on Christmas Day is that usually the Lakers play on that day. So, and those tickets, they're not cheap, but there you go. Use Room Res. Room Res has activities and rents, and so does Viator. Go the extra mile to get that more commission. You can assist with your clients by booking a trip as soon as possible, especially during the holiday season. Be knowledgeable, research the areas they are going to see, so you can suggest resorts, hotels, places, famous locations that must see for your clients, especially if they've never been to Las Vegas and they're going from Phoenix, or let's just say they're driving all the way up there. Stop in Las Vegas. I haven't even seen the new Sphere yet. During the day when the concerts aren't doing, right, they're showing this movie, and it's wild. It's just really great. So that's what I'm talking about. I don't want to get off the subject, but again, inform them and help them, okay? Example, let's say a family's going from Oregon and is driving to San Diego. You definitely have to go to the San Diego Zoo. That's a win-win. All right, let's go to the next one. Plan ahead. All right, make an itinerary. Part of the fun of a road trip is planning. So get out the maps, guidebooks, magazines, assist the client to decide on the route and destination, knowing the roads and highways and freeways so your client can avoid detours and unexpected closures. So your local AAA can provide up-to-date road information and directions, although it's sometimes fun to meander without a specific plan. Right now, it's safest to stick with your plan route. So make an itinerary with the client. Map out the route. Avoid detours, unexpected closures. Places cheap with fuel. If you can find that out by giving that to your client, they're going to love you. Stick to the plan route. Now, here's the thing. In California, Caltrans, there's the guys that work on the highways, okay? They have an app. That's number one. Most states have this, okay? And your state should have it too. I know in Ohio they probably have it. But it's an app that tells you what roads are closed, what, due to weather, what's open, etc. So you should really get that app for your clients so they have this information when they're going from like Phoenix way up to Seattle. Here's another great thing, all right? let's say that, Uncle Charlie and Aunt Mary, right? Yeah, they want to go up to Seattle, but you know what? They have an old, 2018 Ford Explorer. And they don't really want to put the miles on it. Car rental. Yeah, this is a nice one. Nice commission on this. That's a long trip. They're driving a brand new vehicle, right? And you're making commission on it. And it's a win-win. They love it. They're not putting that mileage on their regular car, but they have a car rental and they can go there and get it. And this is another great commission that you can add to your commissions. Safety travel kits, of course, if you've got families and all this, be prepared. That's, and again, you see this? I hate to say it, we live in these times now that we have to have this with us all the time. Even though it's not by law, we got to wear it, but we got to have this readily available, especially if you've got children, especially if you're going into high public places. So make sure you have that and let your clients know about it too. Yes, bring your own snacks and drinks. Hey, if you do this, you don't have to stop every 2 hours or hour and a half if you got the kids. Just give them these little snacks, healthy snacks and drinks, and you can just keep driving. The only time you have to stop is to go to the bathroom, and that shouldn't take very long. But again, this is helping them on their budget in regards to getting them to their destinations. Okay? See, that was in from COVID days. Because if you did that, you wouldn't have to stop and buy stuff. Explore a new destination. So they're going from Phoenix up to Seattle. Well, heck, what if they decided to go to Reno and Lake Tahoe? They've never been there. They've never been there. And this time of year, Reno and Lake Tahoe, man, it looks like Switzerland up there. It's beautiful. It's almost as beautiful as like where Amanda lives up in the Idaho mountains there. I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous. So that's what I'm saying, show them what they can do, and really get that map out. And you're like, Jose, where can I buy a map now? Maps are still readily available. You can still buy a map, go to Costco, go to, gas stations. They have maps. You can even order maps. That way you can sit down and go, hey, you know what, Uncle Charlie, you've never been to Lake Tahoe. Well, you know what, maybe me and your Aunt Mary can stop there for a night. Yeah, at Harvey's. Hang in there. That's one of the casinos there. It's at Harvey's. Staycations. All right, what does staycation mean? Okay, a vacation spent in one's home country rather than abroad, or one spent at home and involving days trips to local attractions and booking overnight stays at local area hotels, Airbnb, etc. This is a great way to, get out of town by not really getting out of town. And this is another great thing that, you should even take advantage of this. If you're not going anywhere, you're a travel advisor, you're a travel agent with Archer Travel or Evolution Travel. I'm not going anywhere for the holidays. Well, you know what? Maybe I should go down to that Hyatt and stay there a couple of nights. I'll do that for New Year's because they have a big party. See? That's what I'm saying. But you just need to know about it. All right, so let's go to the next slide. All right, importance of staycation travel agents. Travel agents, okay? Clients travel locally, of course. Increase your knowledge of your area, region, and state. That's what you, the travel agent, should be doing. Know this inside and out. Know local activities, events for more commissions. I'm going to show you that here in a second, okay? But this is what's going to make you or break you as a staycation travel advisor, okay? Let's go to the next slide. I love this slide. And what I mean by this is this. Let's say that you're an Evolution Archer agent and you live in Mesa, Arizona. See right there? Mesa, Arizona. If you take the map out, right? You draw a circumference circle of 200 miles from there, from Mesa, Arizona. And you just explore this area right in here. If you could do this with any part of the United States, even you guys that live in Iowa and the less populated areas, if you do this and do a 200-mile circumference circle, okay? And then go and explore these areas because this is where the staycations are going to happen. If you're in Mesa, you got Phoenix, you have Scottsdale, you have Tempe, you have so much there. But look at this map. You also have Flagstaff, you have Casa Grande, you have Tucson. There's just a whole bunch of things to do here. There are. And that goes for everywhere in the United States. If you did Central California, okay, if you did like from Sacramento, let's say you lived in Sacramento and you did a 200-mile radius. You have the Bay Area, you have Tahoe, you have there's so much. So there is this, but you need to know about it so you can refer this information to your client when they want to go, well, you know what? we really don't want to travel far, like maybe an hour, maybe two, that's it. But we don't, we want to pretty much stay around the area. Okay, great. I know a great place in Wickenburg you can stay at. It's a resort. It's a 10-da-da, and they got great restaurants. Okay? You got to know that. So know your knowledge. So get to know that. Let's go to the next slide. And what I mean by that is, so when you're going out doing this, network, get out there. Connect with the hotels, the resorts, the sales managers. And say to them, look, I'm an Archer Evolution agent, and I'm in Mesa, but I see this resort out here in Scottsdale. Hey, here's my card. Can I call you up, and can we schedule a site inspection so I can really let my clients know about what's happening here? And then ask them about promote. Hey, you got any deals coming up from? Because you see, that's another thing. You find a lot of people doing, a lot of people mostly do staycations, and not a lot. They don't go far. Like the farthest here in Los Angeles, Martin Luther King weekend here in Los Angeles, everybody's in Vegas. Everybody. Same thing for Valentine's Day. Everybody goes to Vegas. I don't know why, but they do. But there's other areas in California. There's Palm Springs. There's Pachanga. There's San Diego. There's just so much to do. And then ask them, though, when you go visit the site inspection, hey, you got any promotions and deals coming up for the next couple of holidays? Local and regional activities and events and calendar events. Check if your local area, your county, is having a wine festival, an art festival, a Martin Luther King parade, a Valentine's Day dance. It goes on and on and on. You got to know these. That way you can say to Uncle Charlie and I, you know what? They got this great thing happening in Las Vegas on Martin Luther King weekend. You're not going to want to miss it. It's this. So know all these things, all right? Get out there. And if you can start bringing people in from your site inspection, you meet the sales manager and you start bringing in a group, wow, they're going to love you. They're going to love you. They really are. And they're going to work really hard that your group has an outstanding time there. How to book staycations, tips. Okay, well, it's primarily travel packages, hotel, resort, some car rental, but activities and tours. These two are where you make your money right here. You're not going to get a lot of car rentals on a staycation because I live in town. I drive in town. Well, so there you go. Let's go to the next slide. Expand short trip offers. Okay, again, with those 3-day holiday weekends, you have holiday getaways with the family, but you also have this one. Romantic getaways. And this is good too. And you got to know the difference of this. Example, if you're going to book a romantic getaway, says, yeah, man, me and the wife, when I get away from the kids, we just need a weekend away from them. Okay, ding, 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 ding. That's romantic getaway time. Okay, so don't book them in Margaritaville rock and roll place, hard rock. Book them in a nice place that's romantic for them so they can get away and enjoy the weekend. Know your area region. I already talked to you about this. Really, get out there. Get out there and know your area and region. You'll make more commission. You just will. Let's go to the next slide. Luxury first class overnight stays. I'll share an example, okay? One property that I've always wanted to stay at, I shot a movie here many, many years ago in my other career, is the Los Angeles Biltmore. Have anybody ever been in there? That is old school. It is old school. It's huge. Number one, it's the Los Angeles Biltmore. It's in downtown Los Angeles, and it almost looks like a shopping mall. Okay, but it's made out of marble floor. It's all marble floor, and the walls are just like old school. It's like going back in time, and it is an incredible. I would love to do this. That'd be fun for New Year's or something. You see. Know your properties, get that excitement out there, and you can really offer some great experience to your clients. Luxury first class overnight stays. Yeah. Because let's say, in Arizona, everybody's going out of town. Or even in the bigger places, like in the winter places that are cold. Like up in Idaho and Spokane, where everybody, it's so cold, everybody's going to Mexico. Hey, the luxury resort is open and they got cheap rates. Now's the time to book. Trip types to attract clients. And of course, there's so many kind of trip types to attract clients. Like, what do you mean, Jose? How can you to stay home? All right, let's go to the next slide. Trip types to attract clients. Spa and wellness. Here's one. There's so many spa and wellness places here in Los Angeles. There's one in Studio. They're all over the place. And they vary from moderate pricing to very, very expensive. But you can go in there and enjoy and have an incredible experience. You know, so this is big, you guys. And you know what, Amanda? I think we should make a note about this. And we've never done this, but we should start having a spa and wellness week during the year. You know how we you know what I mean? How we do like cruises, like we'll do Carnival Cruise Line week.
Yeah,
but
I understand. We haven't done one before.
we've never done this before, and this is a big travel niche, and a lot
And
of
some of the all-inclusive resorts offer them and other things, so that could be also
Yeah.
included in the week.
yeah, and this is big. This is getting bigger every year. Every year this gets bigger, and as you know, the big one that we promote with this is Zoetry, which is part of the AM Resorts brand that you can book out of Apple Vacations and Pleasant and Delta and all those. But yeah, that's a big one, and this is getting big. Okay, culinary experiences. I mean, you to get to a 5-star Michelin, cuisine restaurant in the United States, it's not less than 2 hours. I mean, if you go to any major metropolitan, not even metropolitan city, but small town, Jackson, Wyoming, they have culinary experiences there. That's a small town. What's this? Park City, Utah. Park City, Utah, small town, have great restaurants there. Really good. See, that's what I'm saying. So there's places out there that you can experience that with. All right, let's go to the next slide. Romantic weekend getaways. I mean, even if you lived here in Los Angeles, I mean, go over the hill. It's 30 minutes. You're in Malibu. You're doing this in Malibu. Okay, so that's why I'm saying it's staycations, road trips. They're very, very lucrative, and you can show them, but you need to know about it, and you need to tell them. Have your clients say, "I know this. You're knowledgeable about your area and your region. What they can offer, what you can offer to your client." That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Hiking and walking tours. That's a given here in Los Angeles, all over. I mean, Arizona, Utah. I mean, that's a. Get up in the morning and you see that. I mean, come on. Every major metropolitan city and smaller city too, like Jackson and Park City and those smaller towns like Tahoe, Reno, they have a tourism and convention board. And they usually have some sort of videos that you can use off YouTube to show to your client members and family members and friends and say, hey, it's time for you to go to New York. Check this out. If you're going to New York, look at this. They talk about the Broadway shows and all that, but also free TV tickets. Now, the problem with those is if you want to go to the Tonight Show and you want to go see Stephen Colbert and the Late Show, those usually you have to stay all day in line to get those tickets to go in. But they are free, and it's really a lot of fun, and it's worth it to see those guys. Those guys are outstanding. And they also have other television. They have like The View. They also have the morning show with Kelly, right? Is that her name? Amanda? Kelly? The
Kelly
morning.
Clarkson?
No. The Kelly Ripa. Is that Kelly Ripa? Is that her? The one in the on Channel 7?
I have no idea.
Morning. It used to be with Regis and Kelly. It used to be with Regis. But anyway, you can go see that show too, if you want to do that too. But there's so many things to do. Family friendly, also young adults, romantic city, couples. Anybody can go here and really have a great time and enjoy. And again, if you've got people that are like, I'm going to Kentucky, but we're going to go visit Aunt Mary up in New Hampshire. Boom. Stop in New York. You ever been there? Stop there. And now's the time to stop there because it's really, really cool during Christmas time.